really independent. And we urge WAEC that change your modus operandi. There could be situations where you could move from, let's say if the students of Achimota want to write, they ship all of them to, let's say, Accra Girls to write there in a different environment. They ship everybody from maybe Accra Girls to Kolegon or something, so that there will be that idea of compromising some of the teachers, some of people, the pupils or students who write on their desks, etc., should be taken out. The idea of entitlement that we need to be helped during the exams is also greatly affecting us. So WAEC, step up. Again, who prints the question papers? Who distributes them? And every year we hear of leak. Every year we hear of leak. Why?
When breaking news about the bro, Ghanatube. Sisiano Ubora or Mangana Mua stories are air trendy or Ghana Hasi. A wasi results now. And Chebia Ebeto Akonjason or the form Obia can was him. Yes, see, students do a failing dear. I know in can what the subject be more hoa. Say Oba Felipa dear Nessie. Obane dear Sebi you one co school crank and pass also. Subject did say social studies or the form. Yes, see, social studies. What's the result no? Amount for a boy F9. Your child number now, Yim Cabesho. Hey, social studies, yes, social studies in Podi, yes, you. Obane Katan and Cramponas will swing at the crown or bit me actually be a for the four social studies, yes, see. What's the result nearby, no? Amount for failing social studies, no? A brew, a draining tears, yes, or the four. When you are a Western Cassia Pan, Abagana has you be a can was them. Bees if one cry, I dig far better crossing. A was result never to another four. Siano, Uborimu Ghana, and summer air trendy or Ghana has seen no what's the results no. And Kofudu a failing any subject for Tipan student failing more. Amobo F9 social studies. And I just say air trendy or Ghana say Obia can once a mammy beginning in a bro. Or Ghanatube for we are also some case a pan to Ghana Funina, Miss beginning in a bro or Ghanatube. Master say, Ubedi Mechi, Naya Cocotis and Simun and Chim or Ghanatube.
We have come to a stage where they need to change their way of doing things. So I'm happy that you get a WAEC guy. Perhaps you will allow us also to question him on one or
no, you have your
things.
Time, so talk as
we'll
much as you want.
Yes, we have our time.
Because
yes.
I asked a question. You said that massaging, etc., and you've not adduced reasons for you to be positing that the results were being massaged. Is it because of the environment?
I've given some.
Okay, you said open book.
Yes,
okay.
and students who feel entitled that they need to copy. Number two, students who teachers who were helping. Then, of course, during the marking of the papers, etc., I believe, and as I said, some of these things laid credence to some of the things that are happening, that they were compromised to give certain marks so that it will look good. Look at the period you were talking about that there have been improvement. Look at the period, and post that things are falling. Does it mean that within these 8 months that someone else is in charge, all of a sudden things are falling while the students have already prepared? So I want to appeal to WAEC that your credibility is also very important. Whatever you wish the world to know about WAEC, that when you take the results outside Ghana, UK, France, USA, Canada, and they trust that this result is good, it all boils down to WAEC, and it's up to WAEC to do that work for us. But then I feel that we should move on from the questioning, the apportioning blame to how do we improve some of these things. Yes, of course, there are certain schools that lack teachers, and there are certain schools that have very good teachers. Maybe some of the prof here will help us. We could have a situation where we select students from some of these needy schools to attend classes with some of these well-endowed lectures and record it, so that will be sent back to every school. That when you have, let's say, chemistry class and you don't have a chemistry lecture, there's something on the board, you sit down, you go through the lecture. Some students in the class who had attended had asked questions. Perhaps some of those questions were the same questions you'll be asking, and that will help you. Now we are told they have tablets. Those could equally be uploaded on their tablets, and with a bit of discipline, you sit down and you read some of them and watch the lectures as they are being unfolded. Number two, I feel that sometimes the teachers themselves need to upgrade some of their skills. Very few people in this part of the world know that other countries that were taught in geography, when they are talking about longer day, shorter night, sometimes the sun sets at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. People don't know. We are only taught that shorter day, longer night. And some people are not aware that in certain areas, the sun sets at about 11 p.m. But the one we were taught from class 1, and they are still teaching it up to today. So a bit of upgrade also for the teachers. Finally, we need to make teaching profession also very interesting.
More attractive?
Attractive, yes. Attractive. And that is why I'm happy that His Excellency the President, when he made the statement that recruitment into the teaching profession will be done locally, I believe such a policy is very good. For example, if you are going to Huawei advertises that they have only one vacancy for teacher, and you look at it, across board, every teacher earns 1,000 a month. Huawei Municipal Assembly says that they will add 1 olonka of rice, 1 olonka of maize, and you look at it and you are like, no, I want to go for that one. Sabzugu Tatali says that they are adding a pound of beef and adding this, and you look at it and you're like, hallelujah, I'm going in there. Then you don't move from Sabzugu tomorrow and say, I'm going to Dade Kotopon. You only move to Dade Kotopon when there is vacancy and you apply. You don't get a release, go there, get a release. Some of these things also need. So in the short term, I think that things are not really bad. The students also have responsibility. The teachers have responsibility, and WAEC must sit up. Otherwise, we are going to have some of these things going forward. And that entitlement, I plead with parents, let your students know that they need to learn.
Okay. Lapia Dankwa, there was some period in time, I mean, they say that irrespective of the passes you have, you can go to some schools. So we have some of the best schools where the arguments have been made that there are those who had some of the lowest of the grades, but they're still there. Poorest of the grades. So I'm asking a question about the correlation of the quality of the students we're producing at the basic level. That should feed senior high school, even though now, looking at the new curriculum, all of them, they say they are basic up to GSS or second hand. So is it not a conversation we should have? Because I remember back in the day, if you have somebody at basic level, I mean, they're as good as anything, you know, averagely. We're talking averages.
Okay, so let me wish your lovely viewers a good morning. Wish my colleagues here, professor and engineer lawyer, a good morning. Yourself a good morning.
Is he engineer lawyer?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have
Dr. Tutubuahi, welcome. I haven't said good morning to you.
Papa Ro.
Yeah.
Good morning.
What's up?
Good morning to everyone.
Okay. We're in your field today, education and the results. Yes. All right.
Yeah. So I think what I have here is the percentages over the past 4 years. And I think if there's something that is clear, that in some of the courses, especially mathematics and science, there's a sharp drop-off. Now, this sharp drop-off has happened in the period of 4 years, so I can confidently say that significantly in terms of the teachers, the quality of the teachers, nothing drastic has changed. Essentially, it will likely be the same teachers who have taught our children over the past 4 years. And so, even though WAEC is yet to come out with the reasons for the sharp decline in performance, I think if there's one thing that we can be certain about is the circumstances really hasn't changed much within the past 4 years. Also, I think my learned friend here was talking about some massaging of the performance. Is the performance or the circumstances of the performance?
Both.
Yeah. I think I agree to him to the extent that, and I think if I'm mistaken here, because the factual issue, I ought to be corrected. Did they distribute passcodes last?
What they have this passcode, the 64 million one.
Was buying passcodes for the students.
Yes.
Spent 64 million of money to buy passcodes.
Yeah. What's that got to do? So it led to
last year. Did they buy passcode for them? I don't know.
No, this year.
But the passcodes are supposed to be reused.
No. So they
it's
give
the same.
them,
It's the copies that the schools have. So when year one uses it, when the first batch uses it, you send it to the next batch.
Do you know for a fact that's what happens? Because we know that government was spending our money buying past questions for the students. What I'm asking you, Roland, is it a case that this year no past school was purchased for the students? Roland.
Out of 4 when breaking news abeto hasi achese Ghana hasi no bia kan wasem ara wosem kese pana to Ghana out of 4 yesi 2025 wasi result no abelande aba beto obia kwa check in result na chese results na beto bia no yekopie mu a yesi commerce yesi Ghana 4 mom ko chwe wasi 4 no SHS 4 no ko chwe wasi no be half and a fairly commerce. Just be half in a fairly commerce. Na ebimunsu dodo na bebre na so bo F9 was social studies. Social studies bebre na ka say na so be fairly important social studies. Ube fairly results and no be fairly subject bi na enye social studies. In the social studies dey just say ebru amafo bebre na o madwen ene o monti ase so say esi den na chese ukotcho exams wasi na chese social studies asebi you yesi ukata weni kra na se yinyane wadampo na se nyane mpo na so mpo asebi you betumi atwo bibi kra enya bibi ana se ebi a B2 ana B3 bi ana se ebi a C4 ana C5 bi ana C6 bi ana D7 bi ana ebi ana E8 bi ebi sa ba preko F9 pan dia no wo social studies ye ena Ghana fo bebre na ka ho asem a meso bedi ni nyina ebro e Ghanatube yesi onkofu na ana SHS fo no mkotena ase etro wasi no be half se nipa 1 million na yesi half ena efeli commerce na social studies nso de nipa dodo na efeli dofo ena Ghana ase obi aka ho asem ena meso mfam bremu na moso muhu ade ekoso e Ghana ene wiase afa na nyina dofo when e breaking news abeto dua meso bidi nyina abre odofo ma mrem fise like na ma subscribe na ma share na ma hit notification bell so ma se ne be ya agree ni abibia dope content say ya wo una me no kasa no wonya ne tempa na wa hwe no tia me dofo ena me say breaking news nyina besi e Ghanatube so makra mu nyina meda mu nyina se bebre